Hello everyone, I'm Saratasa. I'm a student of digital design, and today I'm going to present you my final project. This project focused on making a three-dimensional representation of the work entitled Manuel Osorio Manrique de Zuñiga by the Spanish painter Francisco de Goya, which was created around 1788 and is currently in the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. Francisco de Goya was a prominent Spanish painter and engraver, considered one of the most important artists of the late 18th and early 19th centuries. His work ranges from portraits and scenes of everyday life to somber and critical depictions of the society and politics. One great example of that is the painting I'm working now. This is also known as The Boy with the Cat and portrays the young Manuel Osorio Manrique de Zuñiga, son of the Count of Altamira. In this work, the boy, dressed in a bright red French-style suit, reflecting his high social status, is surrounded by various animals, including a black cat and a bird. The contrast between the boy's innocence and the potential threat of the cat creates dramatic tension, while the bird suggests the fragility of life and the constant presence of danger. It is clear that the painting is an example of Goya's talent for portraiture and his ability to infuse his works with symbolism and narrative. So, with the context clear, move on. In this interpretation, I work on three-dimensional design concepts, such as the shape and volume of an object, the handling of space, proportion, scale, perspective, and vanishing point. This is reflected in each one of the steps. To begin with, in the characters, in which I work with the technique of 8 heads in order to understand their proportion, or in the scenarios, in which we put into practice the perspective and vanishing point. This to understand the space. So now, step by step. First of all, geometry was performed, which consisted in simplifying and representing the elements of the painting using platonic solids. This process involved breaking down the objects into their fundamental components and recreating them by means of cubes, spheres, cylinders, cones, and prisms, which was key to have a clear idea of the main structure of the composition. After that, having the above clear, I proceed to generate the physical structure of the objects. I started by molding wire to generate a kind of skeleton in which were inserted platonic solids made of bond paper and a copper sphere. The composition of the main character was cylinders for the arms, legs, thorax, spheres for the top of the head, joints, a tori for the hair, triangles for the shoes, a dodecahedron for the chin, and an octahedron for the hands. In cats, cylinders were used for the bodies, ovals for the head, octahedra for the lower part of the face, and triangles for the ears. A bear, an oval for the body, a cone for the tail, and beak and a circle for the face. And the cage that is next to the main character, a rectangular prism for the base and a circle with cutouts for the top. When I had a base of all the objects made, I started with the application of carta person. This is a combination of carbon, water, and small piece of papers that was fundamental to create the shapes in a better way. These two add in details and texture. Once all the figures were covered with cartapesta, I continued with the white background, this to generate a better base to apply color later. The color was a simple step. The reference photo already gave me all the colors I will use. In this case, I use brown, red, gold, yellow as the main ones, but there were also some others to generate the skin tone, shadows, shimmers, and details. And finally, the construction of the stage. First, the sketches of the scenery were made. The first one consisted of a three-dimensional perspective in 1/2 scale, and the second one had the same measurements, but this time it was with 3 frames that were decreasing in size joined with thread. And finally, for the final stage, I did the same process of the first sketch, but this time with double the size. My painting is quite simple, so I painted the walls black and the floor brown, and then I added all the color. To conclude, understanding 3D concepts in design is key because they enable the creation of realistic and detailed representations. They facilitate the creation of accurate prototypes and visualizations, improving efficiency and detecting errors in early stages. In the field of entertainment, such as video games, 3D provides immersive and engaging experiences. Likewise, 3D design is a powerful tool in marketing, enabling impactful and detailed presentations. In short, mastering 3D enhances creativity and innovation. That's it, and thank you for your attention.